Good evening, all.
What
We're
is up?
going
What
to
is
wait
up?
a little bit to get some people in here, and I got this guy over here with me.
Look
Over
at this
there.
guy.
Dude, what happened to your hair?
Me? It just is that way. I'm telling you. I know. I got to get a cut. It poofs. It does this. I
Yeah,
need
it
a cut.
does.
Yeah, I'm just
Definitely
going out for the fuck of
poofed
it.
out.
How is
Let's
everybody?
see.
Got Stella over here. Stella, you want to come up? They're not going to be able to see you, but you don't know that. Come on up. And she's like, fuck that.
Stella.
Lola, she is right here, right next to me. We went to a little dog park cafe thing today. She got out, and she was actually really good with the little dog. She likes to dominate little dogs a lot. Likes to establish it.
You had a good doofus crest last night.
Oh, it was yeah, and then it ended. But
Well, you know what he's doing. You're so far behind when as soon as he ends,
yeah,
he makes it subscribe or member only.
Yeah, privates it and then members only. Then it's
well, if it's member only, it'll come up as private.
Yeah. Oh, is it? Yeah, he's been on one. He's now claiming JJ is the boss hog mafia leader. It is really wonderful.
I saw a little bit of something he was yapping about today, and he knows even less about the law and stuff. But you were talking about the RICO thing. He doesn't have a fucking clue.
So he has now said he is going to try and put RICO charges onto YouTube haters. Hell yeah. It's never RICO. It's never RICO.
It's never RICO.
Stella, is it ever RICO? No.
No. RICO suave.
I mean, hell, JJ, remember back in the day, JJ was saying they were going to put RICO charges on us. Ernie said he had $11 warrants for us.
Yeah, I remember. Oh, yeah, I'm still waiting on that.
Yeah.
Of course, that's not how any of that works.
Nope. Nope.
But, you know, Muppets will be Muppets.
It's the beauty of the internet.
It is. It's and I'm so thankful that you cover a lot of it because I could sit here and just laugh my ass off.
Yeah, it's easiest to cover it. Hippie doesn't like it at all. So it's when he can't do it, it's what I usually try and cover because it's kind of then it's like, okay, everybody likes this. Everybody really likes to love, hate, and laugh at Todd because that guy says some wild stuff.
Yeah, you might, Chris. You might catch a RICO charge by being here.
Or get beat up at fucking, I almost said Fort Hood, but
Fort Knox.
Fort Knox.
That's right. You can meet him at the front gate.
God, I mean, the beauty of Dewitte is he sort of opened the door for these guys, the Kaisers and the.
Yeah, he did really. I mean, he did a whole bunch of crazy shit and videotaped all of it and then put it on the internet. And tonight, I got to give a big shout out to Friday International, at Friday YT. You know, if you're interested in DeWitt, this guy is like the king of FOIA requests, the king by all stretches. He's even gotten phone calls where DeWitt's been using somebody else's account, and he's managed to get the phone calls. He's just amazing with doing FOIA requests. So he sent me some documents, and what we're going to go over tonight, he sent me some documents, and we're going to go back a little time machine. We're going to go back to 1998.
Bring it back.
The initial affidavit that basically, well, he ruined his own life, but what started the ball rolling.
It's amazing, really, how long he was able to just break the law all the time, and just like, oh, he got away with it. No, he was getting caught
and still getting away with it.
And still getting away with it. It's fucking nuts. Oh, man.
Well, it all caught up with him in the end.
Sure did.
A lot of the insurance fraud stuff really put the clamps to him.
Is he still messing with that Jessica girl?
I don't know. He's in jail. He's messing with Bubba.
Yeah, exactly. Maybe he knows Kaiser.
Well, no, Kaiser's not doing any penitentiary time, I don't think.
Oh, what's the difference between
5 years? Yeah, I think he might be in a state facility.
like
well, actually, Dewitte he's in Florida though.
Oh, he's in a
federal is right now. He's in state custody, but eventually he'll go federal because they got him on the tax stuff too. So,
man, he was
if and when he ever gets out, he's going to go right back to it. Yeah, Geraldo Danger. He's got an STL hat on.
It's my backup. The backup to the backup to the backup. Hey everybody, I started we don't have anything posted there yet. We're gonna do just exclusively the drink stuff over there, but gone over to veteran vet god damn it, is it Vet Bevco or Veteran Bevco? Anyway, I'll show you here. You can.
Well, Chris, you can fuck right off.
Well, that's weird. Why isn't that showing up?
What are you, 250? Josh might be 250 pounds. I'm not.
No, I'm about 235, which is still about 30 pounds more than I should be weighing.
I think I was 185, 184 this morning. Right where I want to be. Actually, I want to be at about five pounds less. So before we get into the Dewitte, and we've got we don't have very many people in here, but still, I'm going to subject everyone to my 9-minute interview I did this past weekend. As some of you know, some of you don't, I road race motorcycles. And there's a young man that I've known for the last few years who is, he has raced as a pro previously. He was injured in 23 and was out of it for over a year. And his name kind of dropped off and he kind of lost a lot of support. And he's actually got a ride for this coming year in the super hooligan class, which is some really cool stuff. And he's riding for a race team, but I'm going to go ahead and play the interview I did. So if you don't like the interview, you can fuck off. If you do like it, awesome. I'm going to post some links in the chat on how you can buy merch from his website and how you can help donate. He's doing the full season, the rest of the season with Moto America. He's, doing a lot of fundraising. He's working full time and he's just a super nice young man. So I'm going to go ahead and play the interview for you guys. Ooh. And this is him. Really a good kid. So today, I'm having a little interview with Mr. Ben Glotty. You guys have seen him before on the channel. And Ben is campaigning this year. He actually got a ride with Moto America for this year, for this season. And trying to help him out a little bit. We'll do a little quick interview. He's fresh off the racetrack. Yep. He was out there in the rain. He had just gone out and raced in the expert Dash for Cash, and it was pouring rain out. So he came into the garage, and I was standing there waiting on him because he said he'd go ahead and do the interview. And that's inside my camper. You can see at the very top right in the center there, you can see the bottom of the number 1 plate I won from last year.
Oh yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
hung it up in the trailer.
On the Niemer Expert Dash for Cash, would you finish 5th?
Yeah, I ended up 5th.
Not bad in lousy conditions. So go ahead and just introduce yourself and give a little bit of history about your riding and what you've been up to.
Yeah, my name's Ben Galati. I'm 20 years old, and I've been racing for I want to say 15, 16 years now. Kind of all started out. My mechanic this year, actually, that's working with me for Moto America. He got me into the whole thing, and yeah, started racing CRF 50, racing flat track, which is dirt oval, and then switched over to road racing when I was about 12, and started racing at Loudon, and then just kind of spiraled from there. Been racing Moto America since I was 14, and got hurt a couple years back, and couldn't race for a
NASCAR race at
year, and
Loudon.
kind of lost a bunch of support and all that stuff.
Yeah,
And
Loudon. It's New Hampshire
the way
Motor
things
Speedway.
go.
They do NASCAR there
Well,
too.
it's
But
definitely
they've also got
a tough.
road
It's
course.
tough. Let's
Yeah.
just put it
Oh,
that way.
I'm
You
wrong
had
then.
some bad luck at Daytona.
Martinsville
Watching
is
you
where
at
I thought.
Daytona.
Martin,
Yep.
not Loudon. Sorry.
And you were racing Twins Cup back then, right?
Yep.
Yep.
I was racing the Aprilia 660.
Yep. And who were you riding for then?
I was riding for Robum Rodeo Racing. So kind of
That was when they first started getting going.
Yep.
So this year, the big news was
So I just dropped the
I'm,
link for
riding
his
the
merchandise.
Hooligan Ducati V2 for rodeo racing, and it's going to be a good year. Looking
It
forward
is.
to getting on the bike.
You know, a lot of people think that just because you're racing Moto America, you're getting that big paycheck.
I wish.
But when you're first getting your feet wet, of course, they used to have the Talent Cup, and you
Yep.
did a bunch of that, and then Twins Cup, and then Super Sport and Superbike, and then the Hooligan class, which
Yeah.
is really a cool class.
Yeah, it is.
I really look forward to watching you down at Barber. I know you got that in a couple of weeks.
Yeah,
And
thank you.
that should be a good race for sure. And I mean, you've got the talent. You just need to get back into it. That
Right.
year off really hurt you,
Yeah,
especially this early in your career. Because I mean, you're only 20. You still got some years to
Right.
go. And trying to get your foot in the
So just to explain a little bit more about what's going on with him, he's back with the team that he was racing for when he had his crash at Daytona, and they were just getting started. Now it's no longer Robum Rodeo Racing. Now it's just Rodeo Racing. He's going to be racing a brand new Ducati V2 in the Super Hooligan class, which is a more upright kind of motorcycle, but the racing is amazing. These guys are like rubbing elbows out on the track, and he's been doing a lot of fundraising. He works full time. He's really trying to get the money together. So he's testing in New Jersey this weekend, and then the next weekend he's going to be in Alabama. So he's got travel, lodging, all his essentials, tires, all of that stuff. Once they finish up there, I think they got 2 weeks, and then he's going to be out on the West Coast at the Ridge. And then they go from there to Laguna Seca. So he's going to be spending some time on the West Coast. Then I think they go to mid Ohio after that, and then Texas. So you're looking at a $25,000 season that he's got to come up with the money for. The team takes care of the bike and getting it there, but as far as everything else, it's not going to be a cheap thing for this young guy to do it. And I mean, he doesn't come from a rich family or anything like that. He's just like the rest of us. So, and he's working full time to
door
support
and
it.
progress. It's not an easy thing.
yeah. It's been a struggle the last couple of years, and that I couldn't race, so I got a full-time job, and now I'm balancing that with racing, and my boss I got lucky enough to have a boss that gives me the time off that I need to go race, and yeah,
that makes a world of difference too,
Yep.
where you don't have to worry about that, because let's face it, Moto America is the premier racing series in the United States, and just to be able to say that you've done that is amazing.
Right.
This kid's got a lot of
Especially
talent
at such a
too.
young
He's
age.
a
I mean,
hell of a
there's
rider.
guys, those old guys like me that have been around forever, and then guys that are out there every weekend and they just never get to that
Yeah.
level. And you started off, you were kind of one of the things with Penguin.
Yeah, me and Teague Hobbs were the two that kind of started the whole Penguin program with getting the younger kids in and getting them ready and getting on that road.
So if you want to buy some merch, he's got some pretty cool merch on his
it worked out
website.
great for me and Teague.
And of
He does.
course,
Hopefully
I
the kids still come
don't
up through it,
monetize my
get
channel.
the same
I
opportunities
don't
that
have
we
super
did.
chats or any of that
there's
shit.
quite a few actually that have come up through Penguin that are.
By all
well,
means, if you
the
can
Betancourt
spare a
kid,
few
he's-
bucks,
Yep.
shoot him
he's
a
doing
cash
Moto
app.
American Talent
Because
Cup.
I
Yep.
mean,
he's
$5,
he's
$10
actually
bucks,
racing over in Europe
it
too.
all adds
Yeah.
up.
So I mean,
And let's try and help this
there's
kid
a
get
lot of
through the
young
season,
talent that comes out of the
because it would really
Northeast,
suck
even
if
though
he
we've only
did
got
really well during
one
the
racetrack,
season and
really,
then
that's close.
miss out on
Right.
the
The
last
next
couple of
closest one
races because
now
he
is
can't
New
afford it.
Jersey,
Yep.
and it's really tough for these kids. But this track,
And we're going to
here
get
at
to Dewitte here shortly.
New Hampshire Motor
This is
Speedway,
just about
it's a very
over.
technical track, so I think it helps you hone your skills.
I was thinking I was going to buy his
You go to a
hat.
track like Rolling Road, for
Yep.
instance.
He's got that
It's
balls
so
out
easy.
racing
Right.
shirt
It
too.
takes you like
Yep.
2
Yeah, he's got
hours
some
to
good
learn the
stuff.
track. And
He's
of
a
course,
tall
the pavement's
kid.
a lot better down there.
Right.
The tracks are a lot better down south, so they don't have to deal with the frost heaves and all that stuff that we do up here.
Exactly.
And it's forever. We come up with new
Right.
bumps and
Yeah.
ruts and everything else up here.
Every year the track changes here. It's kind of funny how that works.
So you've got a website?
Yep, I do. That the website is Galati's Garage. We have a bunch of merchandise on there: water bottles, t-shirts, sweatshirts. There's some blankets on there.
So I'll be sure to put a link in the description. And
Yep, if you go
not
over to
only is this gonna be
388
posted
Racing,
on the 388 Racing,
look
I'm
up
gonna
388
premiere it
Racing.
over on
That's
the
my other
MSG
channel. That's where I
Retired
put all my
page and
road racing stuff
kinda
and
hit
my
you
RV
guys up
shit.
for,
Uh,
buy some
but
merchandise.
if you look
'cause
up the
it's only
interview,
helping him out.
the links are
Everybody
right there
thinks
in
that
the
these guys get a
description.
big paycheck. They don't. It costs them a lot of money in the beginning to when they get started. It's
Or you
the
could tell me
guys
to
that
go
are in
fuck off and
Superbike, the
you're
top
just here
riders
for
in
DeWitte.
Superbike, yeah,
It doesn't matter.
they're getting paid.
Yeah.
But
I'm buying a hat.
When you're coming up the
I'd love
ladder,
to see this kid.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's not cheap.
I gave him
Yeah,
$100 this
there's some
weekend
ridiculous
cash.
numbers out there to ride a
Nice.
bike for the year. And luckily I got
That was on
I got
top
a
of all the
team
other
that
money
is
I had to
helping
spend this
me out.
weekend.
I've known them for a long
Uh-huh.
time, so
We can make
you
sure
know, but
everything's
Well, you saw
right.
the picture of
still
my
costs money
tire.
to go every weekend.
Yeah.
It does.
Scary.
Well, for instance,
That could have ended very
I only bought
badly.
one set of tires, but
All right. Just bought a hat.
$30 for a set of tires. And you might go through 2 or 3 sets in a weekend.
Yeah.
So at your level, not at my level. I go a couple of race weekends on a set. But
Nice. Looking forward to that.
yeah, so I want to try and get this out there and try and get you some support. You've also got a Cash App. I'll link the
Yeah, he was
Cash
trying
App
to give
down
me
in
a
the
hoodie or
description as
something
well.
when I gave
So any
him
of
a
my followers,
handful of 20s. And he's like,
subscribers,
oh, let me
or
give you a
anybody that sees
t-shirt.
the video, if they want
Keep
to
it,
donate
sell it. Sell it to
help
somebody
you get
else.
through this season.
Just stick that in your
'Cause it's
pocket,
early in the
and
season.
that'll
We
help
got
out
round 2
with
coming up, and
whatever
it's
you need.
First race for Hooligans? Second?
I think
It's
he
the
put it
second
right
race
in
for
his
Hooligans.
tire fund.
They did Daytona.
They did Daytona, yep. And we hadn't figured anything out with a ride by then, so yeah, Barb will be the first one, and then doing the rest of them, for the rest of the year.
Awesome. Well, I appreciate you taking time out.
I'm gonna let him
not a very long interview.
chat
but,
up his sponsors.
hopefully it generates some people.
I wish you guys were already off
open
the
up
ground
those
and making
purse
big money.
strings
Then you
and-
guys could
Yeah,
sponsor.
thank you very much.
Throw some money your
I think it'd
way,
be great, man.
help you
I think
with
that kind of shit would be
your
cool.
trek.
Yeah,
I'm looking
thank you.
forward to
Go ahead, my
sponsoring,
friend.
doing
And
stuff
I
like
gotta
that.
give a huge shout out to all my sponsors that I have on board as of right now. First off, my mechanic Mike. He's the one that started this whole journey with racing. Ducati Albany, American Super Camp, Arai helmets, Moto Liberty, RS Tai Chi, just everybody, Penguin School, my Uncle Hunter, just everybody. I can't thank you guys enough.
All right. Thanks.
Thank you.
Enjoy.
Will do.
Yeah, he's just a really good kid.
Yeah, seems like it.
And he's also got Venmo. There you go. If you want to Venmo him some money, you can scan that real quick and drop him a 5 spot. Every penny will help. All right. I think it's about time for us to get into some dimwit.
Let's get
So
into
again,
it.
like I said, we're going to go back to 1998.
Let's do it. Going back,
And
way back.
we're going to look at the I'm going to try and do this in chronological order, but there'll be one piece that's a little bit out of order. But we're going to look at the charging affidavit. This was the start of his criminal career. So, way back when, 6/25/1998, at 3:15, he was arrested. And the charge was falsely personating officer, and then theft, petite. $14.50, and he threw his life away.
God.
14, and they waited 3 weeks to file the charges.
So if he would have just gone back and paid him.
$14.50 to ruin your entire life.
God.
Because it was a spiral after this.
Totally.
He went into a fucking spiral. So May 1998, 7:35 a.m. Met with the complainant at a mobile gas station in reference to a theft. And then he talks about Cassandra Singleton. She was the owner of the place. Following in a sworn statement, she was working behind the cash register at the mobile. She noticed that a dark blue car that she thought to possibly be a Ford Taurus pulled parallel with pump 2, attempted to pump some gas. First thing she noticed about the car was that it bore a large blue light on the dashboard.
Uh-oh. So he was using his Explorer status already.
Yeah, 18 years old, driving around, dark blue sedan with a blue light on the dash and a long antenna near the trunk.
Long antenna. Orange handle. Long screwdriver. Orange handle.
Thought it was an undercover car.
Okay, Stella.
He was wearing blue jeans and boots. Having difficulty activating the pump with his gas card. Probably a law enforcement officer trusted enough to manually activate the pump from inside the store. He then pumped 11 or 12 gallons of gas into the car he arrived in. $14.50. Man, I wish I could get 11 gallons of gas for $14.50 right now.
Holy shit, right?
Can't even get 3 gallons for that.
Fuck. Even the cheapest. It's cheaper in Missouri, and it's still like $4.30 right now.
Yeah. Oh, gas prices are freaking ridiculous. No, he was 18 at the time.
24 or 25 is when he caught the SO thing, right?
No, I think. Well, we'll
We'll
go
go
over that too.
go in order.
I've,
Okay, perfect.
I've
Yeah,
got that one as well.
perfect.
And these are documents that are out there, but they just really didn't get highlighted a lot. But there's another incident too that's really curious, and well, I'll bring that. And a lot of people probably haven't even heard of it, but we'll finish up with this. He had a badge on his belt. Oh yeah,
Of course he did.
very similar to a sheriff's stars, and he was wearing dark shades, brown hair initially. A prepaid mobile go card as payment. Payment had been denied on that card. Didn't have any other way to pay for it. He told her that he was a police officer.
Yeah.
And he knew she couldn't hold him.
God, it's so funny. At 18, he must have looked like a kid too. And he's a short dude. He must have looked young. Kind of funny she believed him.
Well,
I mean, I guess she didn't believe him.
He's like 5'9".
Is he?
And I've seen some arrest reports that had him listed at 5'11".
Really? Because man, he looks way shorter than that. Like when he's in the street next to other cops.
Yeah, and he's telling her that, oh, I was called on the job early that morning and he left the house without it, blah, blah, blah. Initial instinct was to call the police. She decided to not. He was supposed to come back and then allowed him to leave. Ann spoke to him on the phone.
I mean, $15. His whole goal in life has been to be a cop.
She could allow him to return on the same date by 5 o'clock and provide payment for the gas. Believing that was truly a law enforcement officer, they agreed to let him go, and he would come back. And he gave his full name, home address, date of birth, Florida driver's license number, home telephone number, blah, blah. Basically, duh. They waited 3 weeks.
I mean, the thing is, I was just thinking about it. He did this at his very first chance, his very first fucking chance, basically, of some sort of law enforcement patina. So if he didn't get caught on this one, he would have got caught. He would have been a corrupt fucking cop.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if that's true for this other person that was kind of involved with him, and I've redacted that name out because I don't want to drag their name in the mud. Just because they had an association with this shitbird and you got caught up in something that he was probably doing. But yeah, and that was it. That was the charging affidavit. It went forward. He was found guilty. He got a felony on it.
God,
and then
$15.
What's he do? Violates the probation in 2001 on it.
Of course. Oh, that's interesting. Mom is saying no, he was giving fake tickets and pulling people over before they get. Yeah, I mean, the gas saga is when he got caught. Is what.
Yeah, this is when he got grabbed. Yeah, there's all kinds of reports. Because he worked for some security company that provided patrols for neighborhoods. I guess that was a thing down there where they had like neighborhood patrols. And they were pulling fucking people over. And he's lucky he didn't get shot. But
in Florida, especially, yeah.
there's a possibility that he was armed at times. So,
Well, didn't some coworker of his, because they aren't used? Didn't they like try and extort some dude or something? They got caught up in some sort of extortion thing. Like they kidnapped a guy. Am I getting?
well, we're
You
gonna
getting
talk.
to that? Okay,
We're
perfect.
gonna
Cool. Sorry.
we're gonna talk a little bit about that, and there's not a whole lot of information about it because there's not much of a report on it. You're talking about the Altamont incident.
I guess so. They took some dude to the ATM, had him get out a bunch of money, said it was a prank, tried to say it was a prank.
Yeah, this was the kidnapping abduction thing,
God.
and this doesn't get talked about a lot. So I guess they were detained. They weren't arrested. It was him and another guy. And the other guy actually became a sheriff's deputy with Orange County and did that for years and then became a lawyer.
Huh.
So not everybody that Jeremy associated with was a turd. For the most part, they were, but so yeah, here he is. He was suspect one. There's two suspects. Here he's listed at 5'9", 155 pounds. So
I mean, he just looks short when he's next to cops and shit. Like when you see him, there's this one where he's in his helmet in the middle of the street and he's yelling at another cop, and the cop starts.
Wait a minute.
I mean, that happens all the time.
I got to share the tab. Duh. There you go. Sorry. Keep me straight there, SV.
I didn't notice. I'm smoking really good weed. But shit, don't forget what I was good. Yeah, he anyway.
So yeah, this was a big thing, the kidnapping, abduction, and the charge that they were going to try and charge him with insufficient evidence to prove that the D took it upon himself to act as a Leo. So this ended up being nothing more than a CAD report, which is just basically documenting. They didn't even do an actual police report on it.
Huh.
But there was insufficient evidence to prove. So they were impersonating police officers, grabbed this guy, and were trying to.
Yeah, took him, if I remember from whatever I saw, took him to an ATM.
Yeah, police tube. Yeah, he did kind of.
Well, that guy is a weirdo his goddamn self.
Yeah, he's
good videos though. I watched the shit out of his videos.
And he had a lot of videos out. He had a ton of them out. And yeah.
But he decided to touch the poo.
Yep. He most definitely did.
Please
definitely did. But
Mom.
Yeah, he was listed as a suspect in this. And like I said, the other guy went on to become an Orange County Sheriff's deputy and then became a lawyer. I think he did the SO for like 15 years.
Man, good for him. I mean, a lot of people can't even do that, let alone come back from something and go do that, you know?
Yeah, police tube was kind of. It was like, and he came in late to the game too. I mean, a lot of it was pretty much over. I guess Police Tube's wife was a dispatcher or something at one of the places there.
And he got, there's a video of him with all kinds of shit in his car.
Yeah, exactly. He's just as big a whacker as Jeremy Dewitte was.
Right. like a lot of his stuff, it felt like, oh, that's a good troll. And then it would be like, okay, now you're getting into, you're being really fucking weird about this. Like, I mean, the beauty of the Dewitte thing is there was so much goddamn content out there on it and just raw video that you didn't even have.
And a lot of it was posted by himself.
Yeah. So, I mean, you didn't even need to get weird about it. And then Police Tube just got fucking weird. Not going to believe it. A YouTube creator is fucking off his fucking rocker.
Quick change. I was cooking with that sweatshirt. So that was 99 time frame. Now, how many of you remember
The year 2000?
I met a girl in a bar, and yeah, I didn't know she wasn't 18. That's what he told everybody.
Yeah. My
And that was
brother
after-
died.
That was after his brother was killed and he came back from Iraq.
Yeah. My brother was killed. There was no
There's
shit.
more to the story than that.
Yeah, it's a tad darker. It is a tad darker.
It's way darker.
Yeah.
Way darker. Want to see how dark it is? This is the actual report, I believe. Sexual battery. A lot of this stuff is redacted, and I've triple checked it to make sure there was nothing that doesn't need to be out there. But
Yeah.
this was how he ended up on the sex offender registry for the rest of his life. Luckily, he doesn't have to register a new address because he's going to be at the one he's in right now until the 2030s, early 2030s.
Great Gams, I did. And I didn't listen to the whole thing. I was disgusted by it. Yeah. I did hear that interview.
Yeah, I've listened to the interviews and stuff. I'm going over the documentation. Yeah, and it's old ass stories. It all is. I'm just recapping some of it, just because it's kind of fallen away. And all of this led up to where he is today. Eventually, karma will catch up with you. It always does.
Yeah.
As some people are finding out with Doofus Crest.
Doofus Crest. Go!
His best buddy JJ is now the devil.
Yeah. Well, and he's fucking with DirectD. And DirectD put out his daughter's DUI and domestic violence thing or whatever, and tried to hit the dude with a car and everything. Yeah. So GS is in for a ride.
Oh yeah, he's I'm sure his Gams, I'm sure his military stories are off the wall, as well as I don't think he'd want anybody to know that he's a sex offender while he's in jail, because that would probably get his ass kicked pretty quick.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the last one I did, I think he's getting out in like 2032 or something. But then he's got federal that he's going to get passed over to the federal boys on his IRS charges. So I want to say it was 9 or 10 years, maybe a little bit more than that. Yeah, that could be. He could have been moved to a work facility. I'm sure he's a model prisoner. He's probably impersonating a fucking jail guard.
Yeah.
But let's get into this. I hate
Well-
friggin' sex crimes and sex crime reports.
I honestly don't know how Hippie did it. I don't know how he did it. I mean, it messed with him. It messed with him. It's why it's so crazy to me to see like the Ernies of the world do this predator hunter fake shit, because the real shit is dark, man.
Really dark.
You're getting into some
Um,
fucked up shit.
Good friend of mine I worked with, he worked a case for a year and a half. This guy was freaking prostituting out his 4 and 5-year-old
Oh god.
to pedos.
Fucking
And he had to see all of the videos that were taken that were distributed, and it's really taken a toll on him, just that one case.
yeah.
It was that bad, and it blew up. It was crazy. So a lot of this is redacted. He met with the complainant, who was, I believe, a parent or a guardian of the female, who advised a family friend. Jeremy Dewitte, 24 years of age, had sexual intercourse with blank, who is 15 years of age and who is the legal guardian of, and then blank. My investigation revealed the following. Blank stated she had a suspicious conversation with Jeremy on the phone about the nature of blank and his relationship. Blank questioned blank about Jeremy. Blank seemed to be nervous and refused to speak. Blank then spoke with blank, who she is also the legal guardian of. So Tony is also a 15-year-old. Tony told blank he knew of several occasions when Jeremy and blank had sex. Blank questioned blank again, and she admitted to having sex 3 times with Jeremy, twice in October and 1 time the beginning of November. Do you think that's all they had?
Yeah. No way. It's so devastating.
It just, when you're a 16-year-old boy and she's a 15-year-old girl, that's one thing.
Right.
When you're 24 years old and you're grooming a 15-year or having sex with a 15-year-old, who else do we know grooms people in
I
high
know.
school?
I was just about to say. I was just about to fucking say, man. Done. I mean,
Dude,
he's not.
Crest.
You can't escape it.
They all have something in common.
I mean, he's not as bad as Dewitte, obviously, but I mean, it's uncanny the similarities on some of the stuff.
So I spoke with blank and blank, advised Jeremy knew she was 15 years old. Blank advised Jeremy and her had sex 2 times in the apartment and once in a business parking lot off of whatever. Blank said Jeremy had come on to her, not forcibly, just started kissing her. From there, it went on to sex. Jeremy told Tony and blank he would never speak to them again if they said anything to anybody, and also that no one would believe them anyway. Blank advised Jeremy performed oral sex on her. Tony stated he was present in the living room of the apartment while Jeremy and blank were in the bedroom having sex. Jeremy is in New York at this time and is expected back in 2 to 3 days. The victim's right booklet was given, and there you go. So a lot of this stuff's all blanked out.
What a guy.
So that girl he met in the bar was actually at a family friend's. And
Yeah.
we've got the investigative supplement.
And I don't know. I don't know if this says it, but somebody's Gams is saying he used her like a prisoner. I can't remember. That had to be from the interview, right? I mean, he was like forcing them to get up and do shit and boot camping them and crap. God, man, what a fucking terrible dude.
KR, are you talking about Jennifer? Jennifer the psycho? So here's the supplemental to that. Blank. I don't even know what the fuck's blanked out there. And again, this is all 2004. Orlando Police Department report how she had discovered that her 15-year-old blank had a sexual relationship with a 24-year-old friend of the family. Earlier in the day, Blank spoke with Jeremy Dewitte over the phone, and she became suspicious when he continually asked about Blank. She confronted Blank about her suspicion when he continually asked about her. She confronted her. She initially denied being involved with Dewitte. Blank questioned her. Blank, Tony Bonanno, a paisan,
Yeah.
who also lives in the apartment, about a possible relationship. And Tony told her that he was aware that Blank and Jeremy had sex on several occasions. When confronted, she admitted to having sex with Jeremy on 3 different occasions in October and November. Took the initial report. Late August, when they all went to lunch together, they began to hang out together. Shortly after the initial meeting, he often visited the apartment. In October, she and Jeremy had sex inside of the apartment while Tony was home, and he saw them enter the bedroom. They had sex again sometime during the month of October at the apartment. The third and final encounter occurred in early November. He was going to take her to get some coffee. They drove to a parking lot and had sex inside his car. She ended the relationship and only spoke to him a few times since the beginning of December. Consensual penile vaginal intercourse. Jeremy knew she was only 15 because Jeremy knew she was only 15. She had a ring with the number 15 on it, and he had complimented her on it. In a sworn audio taped statement, which I'm sure is on Fraudy's, well, I've heard it on Fraudy's. Tony recalled a day in October when he, along with Jeremy and Blank, were at the apartment. While he was talking on the phone, he observed them go into a bedroom, and a short time later, he heard noises coming from the bedroom. He approached the closed door and heard Blank making noise, and it appeared to him that they were having sexual intercourse. A short time later, they emerged from the bedroom laughing, and Tony questioned them about the noise. They told him they were just joking, and they wanted him to believe they were having sex. However, the next day, Blank detailed how she and Jeremy had sex. And then she also jokingly commented about how her roommate was unknowingly sleeping on the bed they had sex. Nice.
Ugh. He
never actually saw the intercourse or the sex going on. Yeah, this was the girl in the bar with the fake ID.
After his brother got killed.
Yep.
And by the way, his brother got caught up. If anybody doesn't know, his brother got caught up in one of those to catch a predator. Yeah. Things. I mean, what the fuck?
But Kentucky's giving Florida man a run for their money.
I agree. Per capita, Kentucky. I mean, YouTube is just showing us how great Kentucky is. How fucking incredible Kentucky is.
He spoke with Dewitte. Dewitte said he'd come in, and Dewitte's lawyer called, and Dewitte turned himself in and closed by arrest. Pretty rough shit.
Yeah.
Used her like a prisoner. Yep. Yeah. There's just so much stuff out there about it.
Yeah, he's a piece of shit dude. I mean, it's just psychologically, you're like, okay, there's untreated something is going on with this guy. But I mean, also it's just like, I don't know if he just wasn't facing punishment until he started going to prison, like in life. I don't know. It's so fucking nuts how far off he went. I mean, what is this? I don't know. Does he come from, like how there's a Cyrex? I don't know. Does he come from that shit? But like, man,
I don't know. I know he was always calling his mother to get money to get out of jail and shit like that. And his aunt or something owned a security company.
It seems like he was enabled, but also, I don't know, when he talks to his mom, I could see it. She seemed normal, I guess. She didn't seem, I mean, she wasn't telling Jeremy what's what, but allowing him to just say shit. But I don't know. It's a kid,
I'd love to be a fly on the wall in his jail cell just to listen to the stories he's telling.
I mean, I'm sure, is telling some doozies.
His jump into Fallujah.
Yeah, 100%. But he's staying away from that fucking SO shit. He's gonna kind of leave. I bet you he's leaving that out.
He's gonna forget about that.
She's not.
Well, I mean, him and Todd got something in common. They both got hurt on a jump.
Both got. Yeah. Somebody said pop risers. I swear it was Todd said pop and riser. Again, it was like, I was like, oh my God, I couldn't believe it. But it was like one of those times where I was kind of like doing other shit while I was listening. And I was like, I can't believe he just gave a fucking riser pop story. Or I don't remember exactly how he said it, but it was the same way as Dewitte said it. And I was like, oh my God. Well,
it was his mother's partner. She's a lesbian, and Jeremy mentioned his father was never
there.
See, these guys, everybody knows all of this stuff.
Yeah.
I really got wrapped up. I try not to get too wrapped up in all of his police impersonation shit. There was just too many other people going off on it. Friday sent me this stuff, and I said, hey, I'll go ahead and throw it up, and we'll talk a little bit about it. Yeah, parents are weird. So I guess mom's a lesbian. So dad turned mom gay. Well, dad turned mom gay after she had these two shithead kids. I think there was only the two. Was there just the two of them with two different dads?
So. I think so.
Because we got two different last names.
Yeah, so it must be. Must be. Damn,
or they may just identify as such. And I've got one. This was all right. I'm going to throw this out there to the chat. How many of you remember the Kmart caper?
Oh, I don't even remember the Kmart caper.
Yeah, he said his riser popped. They don't just fucking pop. You actually have to pull them. And you do that once you're on the ground to release your eyes to keep from getting dragged. Oh, something you don't know about the
I
Kmart
know. I
cape.
was like, well, good. I feel better. Mom doesn't
Oh,
know either.
I feel better now. At least I got something.
Right. Oh yeah.
This wasn't an arrest. This is basically just another CAD entry. It's got a little more information to it. Kind of weird. And all right, let's bring it up. Share this tab. And yep, this is it. This is the Kmart caper.
Hell yeah. Let's do this.
All right. This is 2005. Date and time reported. Reporting officer, special circumstances, blah, blah, blah. Distribution none. Case narrative on 6/12/2005 at approximately 8:07 p.m. I responded to 1801 South Sonoran Boulevard, Kmart, in reference to a suspicious incident. Is this ringing a bell with anybody?
No.
When I arrived on scene, I met with the store assistant manager, David, who stated that at approximately 7:45 p.m. he was at the customer service counter when two unknown white males, one wearing all black with a pistol belt and the other also wearing all black with a pistol belt and a yellow and black jacket, approached the counter with an item. He stated the item appeared to be some sort of vehicle center console. He stated that initially they were not sure the two subjects were police officers, but that he noticed white lettering on the back of one of their shirts with the words community enforcement. This is when he was working as one of those community clowns, driving around the neighborhoods, pulling people
yeah.
over.
Yeah.
He stated that they were unable to exchange the merchandise due to the fact they did not have any in stock. He stated that the two individuals exited the front doors and left in a white Ford Crown Vic with dark tinted windows and no tag.
There it is.
It is a suspicious incident. Serrano was concerned that the two subjects may have been attempting to take the item or impersonate a police officer. I later spoke with the store's loss prevention officer. He stated he had 3 surveillance videos capturing most of the incident. While in the loss prevention office, Pate played the first video where you could see both subjects enter through the garden center with nothing in their hands. They were both wearing all black to include ball caps. One had a black and yellow jacket. I could see the white lettering on the back of one of the subjects that clearly stated community enforcement. Are they enforcing a community?
Right.
One of the subjects that clearly stated community enforcement. The next video showed both subjects at the customer service counter with a large box, attempting to exchange or return it. The third video showed both subjects exiting the store with a large box. While I could not make out the faces of the subjects, I believe that both are security guards that I have seen in one of the nearby neighborhoods. It's pretty specific.
Yeah.
Throughout the course of the shift, he attempted to locate the two subjects with negative results. It should be noted that the Kmart staff did not wish to prosecute because they had insufficient evidence to believe that a theft had occurred. They were concerned, however, over the incident. And then on the 6/14/05 at quarter after midnight, while in an off-duty capacity in my personally owned vehicle in plain clothes, I saw a white Crown Vic with dark tinted windows and no tag, traveling southbound on Dixie Belle, passing Lake Margaret at a high rate of speed. While keeping a safe distance from the vehicle, I followed the vehicle to the 7-Eleven store at the intersection of Dixie Belle and Gatlin Ave. I witnessed two white males exit the vehicle wearing all black, with the back of their shirts having lettering of community enforcement. He called the department via his cell phone and requested a MARC unit, approached the two subjects so that I may conduct an interview. Several minutes lapsed while they were inside the store. They later exited the store, and I saw one of the security officers, later identified as Jeremy C. Dewitte, approach the driver's side door and crouch down by the seat. I asked both subjects if they could wait a minute. And when I did that, Officer Pickett, Officer Gilbert, Officer Stevens, and K-9 Officer Rising all arrived on scene. Oh boy.
Wow.
That's quite the show up.
God, they
I
were.
later asked to speak with both subjects in reference to the incident that occurred at the Kmart. So he interviewed the second security officer, later identified as guess who?
Oh God, I don't
His
remember.
brother.
Oh, his brother. Okay, I was gonna say there's that weird skinny kid that was always doing shit with him.
Am I on point with this so far, guys?
Yeah, this is
So,
great.
I interviewed the second officer, Voight. He initially denied ever being in the Kmart. After a brief conversation, he later admitted that he and DeWitt had both entered the Kmart on the above listed date and time, and in fact attempted to return a center console. He stated at no time did they identify themselves as police officers. It was later learned that both security officers are brothers. Woohoo!
Dylan.
Yeah, that was the other goofy fuck.
Photo. Yeah, that was that. Photo was that the skinny, weird, skinny kid.
I later advised Jeremy DeWitt of his Miranda warning. He stated that he understood DeWitt is currently on inmate release status and has been convicted of impersonating a police officer in the past, along with other unrelated felony charges.
Wow.
I wonder what those other felony charges were.
I'm surprised they didn't put. Can they not put that in there? I guess if it's not related.
You could, but a lot of times you don't want to put that in a report if you think there's going to be an arrest made. They don't like to see unrelated. You don't want to, unless he had like a shoplifting background or something like that. You could put that in there where he's been previously arrested.
That makes sense.
Unrelated charges, you try and it depends on where you are too. It depends on what the judges want. You kind of learn when you do a lot of reports what they're looking for.
Yeah.
DeWitt initially denied the entire incident, but later recanted and stated that he in fact was with Vogue at Kmart. His brother would crumble like a fucking cookie. Seems like every time the police really put the screws to his brother, he just crumbles.
Yeah. Well, that's the funny part about it is everybody around DeWitt is always telling on him. You know?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Everybody. Well, he stated that he met his mother in the store to return the center console. That's how he became in possession with the center console. Now, do you believe that?
No, of course not. Of course not. And that mom is, I take it back. I mean, that was only based on a phone. I mean, there's got to be something screwy that both her sons are like this. There is something really fucked up going on at that house. Dylan moved to Colorado? Maybe.
And he also said that the console was purchased at Walmart and he attempted to exchange it at Kmart because he believed that they had the same item as well. So
even that is.
If I buy a fucking hammer at Home Depot, I'm not going to try and return it at Lowe's. Even if they have the same hammer, you don't have a receipt.
Right. That's still like.
Oh, my camera froze. Damn it, look at that fucking pause face.
I know, that's a great goddamn pause face. That is a great pause face. Or whatever.
Turn my camera off.
Freeze face. I'm capturing that. Oh God. There. Oh, I guess I can do it on the.
Yeah, you get it on the replay.
Yeah, that's funny. And
he later gave a sworn written statement to that effect. And we're going to go on. Both subjects were not wearing any firearms on their side during my interview because if Dewitte was, he would have been arrested for a felon in possession. But I believe that Dewitte was possibly wearing a sidearm when he went inside the 7-Eleven. He wasn't 100% sure.
Yeah, if he saw it or whatever.
So while I was not 100% certain of this, I requested consent from both to search the vehicle. After consent was granted, Officer Rising found a simulated firearm in a holster behind the front driver's seat. What do you think Jeremy was stashing behind the seat when he was crouched down next to the car earlier?
Exactly. God, what a
Neither one of them has a state security officer identification. And they later noticed a temporary tag that was obscured by the dark tinted windows. And then, of course, Dewitte's brother had a suspended driver's license. Of course he did.
Right. Do those dudes ever do anything legal?
So all of this shit got forwarded to their intel department. And I can only imagine the files, file upon file upon file of Metro State Motor One bullshit.
Yeah. Well, especially when they got the two Vidler and Ramsey got involved. Vidler was, I'm sure, documenting.
I feel kind of bad for him. Well, he basically got his pension. He retired.
Huh. Well, I mean, again, speaking of never Rico, he tried to look at Rico. It's never Rico, Vidler. Even for Vidler, it's never Rico, man.
And I'm sorry I've been ignoring my chat. I always do. Looks like it's been pretty...
Jeremy Dewitte, former employee Alec, has established his own funeral escort agency, is a felon.
Well, so long as he's doing it by the book and not breaking the law,
I agree.
Good for him. I personally, I don't see the need for it.
Yeah, it seems like a very unnecessary cost, but whatever. I mean, I guess not. It's so funny. I can't see a funeral escort, sir. In St. Louis. This was not that long ago. There was one that was going by, and I was like looking at it through the lens of Dewitte. I wonder how they're doing this. So I just watched.
I mean, the ones here in Massachusetts, even the local one here, they've got an SUV in the front, an SUV in the back that have got flashing purple lights.
Yeah.
But they don't. I mean, if the light's red, they stop.
Yeah. They don't 50-50 that intersection.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
they
this
don't.
one, I don't know what the rules are here in Missouri or St. Louis, but this one was this was actually law enforcement that was doing it. But also it was the same deal. It was an SUV up front and I think 2 in the back. And that was it. And then they nicely went through. We did have to wait at a stoplight because they were, it turned and they were already through it. Wasn't that big of a deal. Nobody pulled a gun.
There's been an awful lot of. I've been seeing an awful lot of videos in regards to police impersonation lately.
Oh, have you? I went Dewitte made for a year. My algorithm was a lot of it.
I'm back.
And he's
I don't know
back.
what's up. I don't know what's up with this stupid camera. I got a $1,500 camera and it doesn't, the software they provide to interface sucks.
Well, I mean, you can pay no matter the price you pay if you have a dumb operator, you know what I mean? Like
I need new friends.
Right. Good luck. I've been trying for years to get rid of you fuckers.
Anyway, I hadn't done anything in a while. I figured I'd do this and
perfect. That was
a little
great. I did not
update
know
on-
about the Kmart incident was new. But again, it just goes to show you I wonder how many of Fraudy probably would have found out if there was more of it, but how much of that shit were they doing? I mean, I don't blame Vidler for working hard to get these guys off to get them to stop doing this shit. But I mean, they were doing shady shit even without fucking Jeremy. They were doing some shady fucking shit. And I don't know if Jeremy just sort of liked that slight bit of fucking gangsterism. I mean, it's not gangster, let's just be clear, but that kind of like petty criminal. I don't know if he just liked that petty criminal element. He felt above it or something.
So I did and this is weird. There was a kid, well, he's not a kid anymore, who actually worked for Jeremy in Florida, who lives 2 towns over from me. And I did an interview with him. And my camera was fucked up and it was all blurry, but I said I was trying to protect him, but it didn't really matter.
But he went on. Not great on that one too.
I forget. I know the video was all fucked up. I was again using a Canon camera and it just spend all that money for shit. But he actually took Jeremy on a military base and bought him a bunch of stuff at because Jeremy was telling him he was a lieutenant.
Yeah.
Young dumb private National Guard. He didn't know any better.
That's a good interview. You should put that forward again. That was an interesting. I mean, it was weird because they weren't.
The guy wasn't a very good speaker, and
yeah, I do remember you having to kind of prod him a bunch and sort of like, then he's like, oh yeah, I remember, and then he was like, oh, I don't remember exactly. Yeah, I did want more.
He had all those patches he brought with him. The ones I took the pictures of.
That was before I knew you. But that Dewitte is how I came to know you.
Well, Dewitte and Blue Bacon.
Bacon, who's now claiming he's human. The tuba band geek. However, I will say this. Finally, somebody is faking having my job. It's always you. It's always the MPs and shit.
He may have reclassed. You don't know.
Yeah. I mean, the truth is, the National Guard and Washington State does their robust. I did go to the 10 level mic, 35 mic is the MOS. I went through the 10 level mic course with a bunch of, not a bunch, but a few Washington State people. So yeah, it is possible for sure. I mean, it's not like it's some kind of exclusive MOS. It's harder once you get into, once you go into it, just like any MOS. But like, it kind of quickly goes from the 10 level to like, to being pretty hard.
Yeah,
Like
it does make
school was
you. It does make you wonder what he got away with.
Dewitte,
what?
yeah, not
I
Bacon.
want to just check something real quick. Man, I got to figure out how the fuck I'm going to get in on the Rico.
What's up, Misty? Rico.
I gotta figure out how I can get in on some of the Rico charges.
Well, apparently, if you just lightly troll Todd, he is going to subpoena. He said he's going to subpoena YouTube to uncover the true names of YouTube accounts that troll him.
My name's out there.
Yeah,
I've been doxxed. I don't put it out there on my own, but I've been doxxed.
I accidentally did for you one time. I thought I covered up your last name.
I don't care.
No, I know, but you're like, hey, and I was like, oh yeah, sorry, shit. You're like, hey.
I was like, hey, what are you doing?
Yeah. No,
I mean, it's out there.
Yeah, no, I thought
You got my name, Google it. You see all kinds of weird shit.
Someone who was saying I think I don't know what comes up for me anymore. There's a guy who has the same name who's an actor, like a low-level actor, and he's got a bunch of like funny shit.
I don't get any good shit.
He's dressed up as a Jedi in one. Stop doxing Stella's ass.
Yellow Book, Zoom info. Not even me. I've never had an email like that. My LinkedIn comes up. Telegram and Gazette. A couple of different news articles that I was featured in.
Nice. Look at you. I'm around celebrity.
Weird. It's always kind of crazy to Google yourself every now and then just to see what comes up.
Yeah, I should do that actually.
There was a state legislative bill that was passed that had my name on it.
Yeah, even under my profile, which they try and give you your my LinkedIn just popped up. Okay, cool. I just started
Aldo Danger.
No, what was I gonna say? No, I just have one thing on my LinkedIn. I hate LinkedIn, but that is it. Everything else is this other guy. It's not even. I don't even see me.
This other guy impersonating Stone Vet.
Yeah. Nobody ever does that. I guess I didn't have that great of a I don't know. Nobody ever tries to pretend to be my military career. They're like, wait, you got 2 NJPs? I'm like, well, what are you gonna do?
I got one.
Oh, Marie, I meant to the emails. Yes. I don't know why. I don't know why the Jeremy and Jennifer thing is interesting to watch. I mean, I get it. It's crazy and it's doofus crust kind of shit. But man, I will go down a fucking rabbit hole. I'll read the emails, fraudy. Okay, I'll check it out. I don't ever really go on Facebook. I'll go down, just watch an hour, 2 hours of fucking fraudy. Just turn it on. I'm like, oh my God, I just listened to these two bicker on the phone. What the fuck am I doing?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy toxic. I mean, that's the other thing. The other thing, it is gossip, right? It's gossip. And you're listening to gossipy shit, but at the same time, she is the reason he's in federal prison or going to federal prison, basically. Like, and they can't stop trying to fuck with each other. While fucking, it's the craziest shit. He destroyed his own life by what he's doing, but she set that fucking dumpster on fire and pushed it down the fucking hill. It was pretty fucking funny, man.
I think some of the best video though is he slammed her foot or something in the car door. That was hilarious.
That was. And then he's like, I just shut it in the door. I mean, he's yelling and screaming at the cop's like, just shut the fuck up or I'm going to put you in the back. And he can't shut up. I don't know what he ever.
I mean, it was a sad day when they locked him away. Because even when he was getting out, like he was out on bond.
Yeah.
He gets in a car accident and tells some dude, Iraq and Afghanistan, that's how I know, motherfucker. Yeah, well,
yeah,
you know that they're both countries and you've never been to either one. That's all he knows.
He just can't help himself.
No, he can't.
It is I've never seen anything like it. Just does not give a fuck. Kaiser was kind of close, but Kaiser didn't have the police impersonator shit. And Kaiser didn't have he broke into his place of work and stole from them twice, but I don't know. It was
not to mention his execution.
Well, indicted for fucking executing.
Indicted for murder.
Yeah, for executing a disabled vet because he had just gotten drugs from the VA.
Yeah, we're still here. I'm gonna wrap it up. I usually do it at an hour. We've just been bullshitting. It's been a while. Yep.
Well, they go after
lots of DV stuff.
Yeah.
All right.
Cool.
Hey, so what's up with this RICO thing now? How exactly did he say how he was going to do this?
He just said wouldn't be surprised. He said things are in works. Don't be surprised. Somebody in the chat maybe who's following Doofus Crest maybe will know a little bit better because I don't think I covered it. But he said don't be surprised with RICO charges. And he's like, it's a big conspiracy. He's saying that the JJMBK somehow that there's a bunch of people are in a conspiracy to take down his channel. The dude's got 2,300 subs. I mean, I don't know. I guess he does better numbers than me a bit, but we're tiny channels. We're fucking tiny channels. Who in the fuck is conspiring with other people to take down GS? What's up, Burnsy? Also, but yeah, he didn't say how it's going to happen. I think but Finkel straight up told him on a live the other day. Oh, Finkel's fucking a married woman too. Finkel said he goes,
so am I, but I'm married to her.
I was for a while, then we got divorced. But what the fuck was I? Oh, but Finkel's like, I'm unemployed. I don't have money for your lawyer on this one. But yeah, that's what he thinks. RICO. I mean, I'm excited to see how it pans out. I'm excited to see how he thinks.
Because I don't really have a working knowledge of how that all. I know it's organized crime stuff, but
I think he thinks
Rico-
because it crosses it's a conspiracy across some kind of line or something, like state line. I think maybe I don't know, but there's that federal
So
RICO.
Rico, it changed the game. It allows prosecutors to hold these leaders accountable by connecting them to crimes committed by their organization. Covers a wide range of offenses from bribery and extortion to fraud and money laundering. I don't think being butthurt is in there.
No, but JJ said he was going to get RICO on me, on us,
How?
on a
He
bunch of
doesn't even he doesn't even know what a fucking RICO charge is.
RICO for conspiracy to troll Todd's chat, right?
And they're federal charges. It's not like can you imagine Todd calling the FBI?
Oh my god,
These guys are making fun of me on
Yeah, these
YouTube.
dudes are making fun of
to get
me.
my channel taken down. I want to
Rico.
file RICO charges.
How do I go about filing RICO charges on these people?
And I can see the FBI going, and let me put this asshole on this list as someone to watch.
Right. Scott, what's going on, man? Scott Amo. Yeah, I wonder if RICO was a thing that was able to happen. And then look, I get it. It worked against organized crime in New York. But like,
Well, they've
if
tried
that
against they've tried against like the 1% motorcycle clubs.
oh, is that what they use them against now too?
Yeah, they try and use them there.
I wonder, like, but if they were a viable tool for YouTubers, people would be under RICO all the time. YouTubers would be like, oh, shit. We can file RICO charges on people? RICO.
Yeah,
Hey, senior specialist, I was just watching some of your stuff, man. You put
hey,
out
what's going on, brother?
put out good content. Good content.
No, we're talking about other people supposedly that are threatening to file charges against YouTubers, RICO charges.
RICO. We were part of that a year and some change ago, year and a half, 2 years. God, it's 2 years ago. Whenever it was, but it was a while. Yeah, probably going on 2 years.
Which one?
Oh, the JJ one where they were going to put it on all of F3. Holy fuck, that was hilarious. Yeah. Just because of Kaiser, it was nuts. Fucking RICO. JJ, a government official said he was going to pay for civilians to sue me.
And it's not like a bunch of people didn't try and reach out to JJ when he first made an appearance with Kaiser saying, dude, you're a fucking jailer and you're consorting with a convicted felon. Probably, and somebody who's committing stolen valor.
Yeah.
He was an indicted for murder.
Yep.
And since then is still the only suspect they ever had in the case.
Dude, there was a guy, Smashcock, who came in. He was a retired Baltimore County detective. He was also a retired Marine, combat vet, dude, an engineer, very good guy. He called down to Ray Whited, JJ's, he's the chief deputy sheriff there. Ray Whited had even gone on and totally knew about Kaiser's background and told Kaiser that he loved him. And I mean, Kentucky is out of control, but Smashcock called down there and said, hey man, Marine to Marine, cop to cop, this stuff with Kaiser, you need to know everything about him. And the guy told him to fuck off. And Ray Whited told him to fuck off.
Well, I guess the safest place to be around JJ is the driver's seat of a car, because
I know if JJ is ever shooting at you, just stand still. Just stand right in front
jump in a car, because he's not going to hit you.
He ain't going to fucking hit shit. And then 9 months after he shot a civilian, one of his fucking subordinates went out, not the one he's fucking, a non-fucking subordinate, goes out, gets drunk, and fucking tries to shoot the dude who's fucking that dude's wife, and misses. Thank God. Meade County Jail gets 0 range time. Otherwise, there'd be 2 dead unarmed civilians because of them.
It's interesting to say the least.
Well, I wasn't gonna do anything tonight. Maybe I'll do a doofus crust. I don't know what's going on.
I just checked; he's not online. So,
well,
and all of his stuff has been made member only.
I mean, he's been getting. Yeah, and I don't have any old shit, so I won't go over him. I'll just watch a movie tonight.
I'd be curious how many members he actually has.
He sets his membership up very high. Well, he lowered it. He lowered it a bit. So the top one now is $9.99. It used to be like $12.99 or something. It was like, that's as much as Spotify. What the fuck?
He'd have to fucking pay me that.
I wonder so he put subscribers only mode on his chat, and I think that's actually gotten him subscribers. But the only reason he puts the shit behind members only, there's no way he's making money. He just can't stand when other people watch his shit and comment on his shit.
He was saying something. I caught a little bit of one of them today.
Oh, I didn't watch him at all.
Yeah, it was. Oh, there was some fucking ass clown in a car that was following an off-duty police officer around, and the off-duty police officer and stupid's like, well, they can do that. Da, da, da. Well, it's suspicious. It's called stalking. And yes, they do have to provide their fucking ID if they're investigating a suspicious circumstance, i.e. stalking. When somebody's following this guy and he's intentionally making crazy turns and stuff and going around in circles, and this guy's still following you, yes. So, yeah,
that just seems
your ID.
I mean, that's all these guys do is just hope for the interaction. They just want the frauditors are a bunch of fucking morons. Also, the problem that they have for me is, I mean, there's a lot of First and Fourth Amendment shit that we do just sort of allow the violations that we just kind of allow. But
Todd was saying too, are you violating my First Amendment right? Well, a citizen can't violate your First Amendment right, fuckhead.
Yeah. Oh, Killa. Okay, cool. Killa's on at 8:30. All right. The best time.
Yeah, well, that's perfect. Good time to wrap it up. Thanks for coming on.
Yeah.
And hey guys, like I said, my interview, there's links. Go grab you some merch. Drop a couple of bucks on the Cash App or his Venmo. Let's help Ben Glotty out, get him through the season. I expect to see good things out of him. The kid's an amazing rider. And I mean, he's taken a bike similar to mine and gone out there and been like 3 seconds off the lap record.
Nice. Yeah, I just bought a hat. The
kid's got more talent in his pinky than I've got in my entire being. So he can ride the fucking wheels off a motorcycle.
Nice.
And unfortunately, it was a racing incident that got him taken out at Daytona in 23. And he was injured and couldn't keep it going. But send him a couple of bucks. I'm sure he'd appreciate it. I would appreciate it. I'm going to try and contribute some more to him before the season's over. Unfortunately, I have my own habit I got to pay for, though not as expensive as him. But
this is the weed is my most expensive habit.
All right. Hey, everybody. Thanks for tuning in. I appreciate it. And as always, have yourself a great day.
Later, everybody.